One thing that often gets overlooked when preparing for a long distance move is the purge that should take place beforehand.
By purge, we mean getting rid of things that you really don't need to take with you across the country.
And really just trying to lighten your load.
If you're new here, we make all sorts of videos on moving to Florida and all the fun things you can do when you get here.
So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe down below, give this video the big thumbs up, and make sure you turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our uploads or when we go live to answer your questions. All right, Lindsay, let's talk about the purging process.
Let's do it. The first step in purging is coming up with a plan.
For the best results and to really reduce the stress that's involved with this purge, you should really start the process well before your actual move takes place, at least 6 months.
Your plan should include goals. Now, maybe one of your goals is to fit everything you own in like a 26-foot truck.
Your goals could also include things like how much money you want to make after selling all the things you don't need anymore, or when you want the process to be done by. But the real goal is to really lighten your load and only take with you the things that you absolutely need. Because let me tell you something, there's not a whole lot of storage in the houses in Florida compared to other areas in the country.
We don't have basements here in Florida. Most of our storage is done within the garage and closets inside your home.
To start the purging process, we recommend going room by room. If you look at your whole house as a whole, it's going to be extremely overwhelming. You should tackle each room one by one and see it as a small project that helps you complete your final goal of getting your whole house purged and packed. When you're going through things, you should really think about how you want your new house to be set up and organize things in that order so that you can put them in certain boxes so you know exactly where to bring those boxes when you get to your new home.
Another great idea that was very helpful with our move, certainly not needed, is to have pictures. I always, when I was tackling each individual room, kept a picture available of our new house. So it was very easy
to visualize which things are going to go where, right?
Exactly.
When you're going through these rooms, you should be sorting things into 4 distinct piles. Those are things that you're going to sell, things that you want to donate, things that you're going to keep, and things that are just plain garbage. Let's talk about some of the things that we should go through to possibly lighten your load when you make the move to Florida. The first thing that comes to mind for me is furniture. Lots of us probably have old end tables, maybe a little sofa, recliner, something like that down in our basement. Are you really going to use that when you move? Do you really need to take it with you? It's really nice sometimes to not have your new place cluttered with stuff.
Another big thing you should be going through is clothes. Ladies, gentlemen, I know it's hard, but those pants and those outfits that you haven't seen or touched in over a year, probably wouldn't take it.
Florida has a different climate. You're going to be wearing lots of shorts, tank tops, short sleeve shirts, things like that.
Or like thin
long sleeves, yes. I mean, we do wear sweatshirts, but very occasionally and only for a short period throughout the year. Those winter boots, don't need to bring those. Now this one is for all you families out there with small children, because I know all of us are guilty of probably having way too many toys. And let me tell you something, there ain't no place to put them here in Florida.
However, we're not saying get rid of all your toys by
No.
any stretch of the means. My kids still have way more of an abundance of toys than they should. We're just saying
You're going to be spending a lot of time outdoors.
Outdoors.
That's probably why you're moving to Florida, right? So maybe leave some of those toys behind, sell them, donate them, get yourself some money for your move down here. More items that you should be looking at and going through and really downsizing on are decorations. We all got boxes of those laying around.
I got rid of so many decorations and donated them before we left.
Including holiday decorations. You know, you probably got some ornaments and stuff that you really don't ever put on your tree, so there's no reason to keep them here. It's hard because lots of us get emotionally attached to things. Kitchen items are another thing as well. Get rid of all those mismatched plates, cups, all that stuff. You know, start fresh if you can.
If you can.
If you can. It's nice to have new things when you get here, if you're able to again, and it's gonna make it feel like home. Other things you should really consider going through are things like books and papers. I'm talking about filing cabinets that have old records, old pay stubs that you guys may have kept from 12 years ago. You don't need those, guys. Don't bring them with you. Shred them, get rid of them. When we talked about sorting things that we're going to get rid of, we talked about 4 piles. The first one being a sell pile.
You can sell those things on places like Facebook Marketplace and even Craigslist.
They're great resources for not only just getting rid of things and downsizing, but they're gonna pad your wallet a little bit and give you some extra money that will help you with your move. You should also have a pile for donations. Now, there's places like Goodwill, the Salvation Army,
Your
homeless
churches.
shelters, churches, all those places will take almost anything.
And don't forget your friends and family.
Right. Have them, make a pile of stuff that you don't want. Have friends and family come over and pick through it. Let them take some things. It'll help them not only to give them things they need, but leave them with something to remember you by. There are going to be some things that you find that are just plain junk. You can't sell it. You can't donate it. You don't want to take it with you. It's got to go in the trash. Now, I don't know where it is in your specific city, but for us, we could take a whole trailer full to the dump for about $10. And I know we took a couple of them, and we obviously want to limit the amount of things we put in the landfill, but there's going to be some stuff you got to get rid of. So that trash pile has to exist for that purpose. Obviously, you're going to have your pile of things that are for you to keep. But you know what? There's going to be some things that are just pretty hard to let go. So maybe if you have the time, consider a short-term storage facility. If there's things you can't make your mind up on, put them in a storage shed and live without them for a couple months and really see, do I really need this or don't I need this? And if you don't need it, let it go, and it's just going to be that much more space in your new house.
I'm telling you guys, it was such a relief to... It's hard for me to let things go. I am definitely someone that is, I can get emotionally attached to pretty much anything. But it felt so good to purge and let things go and come here and have a fresh start. And I will warn you too, that even though you're gonna put the work in beforehand, you're probably going to be purging again when you're unpacking.
You're gonna unpack and realize, crap, we should have got rid of more stuff. Because I know that's what we did.
Yep.
If you're watching this video, you're probably planning a long distance move and looking for tips on how to get rid of stuff. If you're planning this long distance move, you probably want some sort of fresh start. So like Lindsay just said, get rid of as much stuff as you feel comfortable getting rid of, but it's always good, I think, to stretch your comfort zone just a little bit. There's probably way more stuff than what you need.
If you have any tips on purging and helping others, make sure you leave them in the comments below.
We want to know too. But until then, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.